President Trump is tackling legal immigration today. He is set to unveil a new proposal at the White House this afternoon.
It would replace our current green card process with one based on a point system. Ben Tracy is at the White House with a closer look at the plan that many lawmakers say is a non-starter.
I don't think most countries are giving us their finest.
On Wednesday, President Trump sounded a lot like candidate Trump.
They're not sending their best.
His attacks on the nation's immigration system are the same because so far he's been unable to change it, even when Republicans held both the House and Senate.
It's a tough issue. Like I said, we'll see how it plays out, but it's a good faith effort on their part.
Now, staring down re-election, the White House has a new plan, but one that's still unlikely to get through Congress.
I'm not encouraged. I hate to say that.
The president is proposing a merit-based immigration system that assigns potential immigrants points based on specific skills, education, income level, and if they speak English. This would largely replace the current system in which green cards are awarded mainly based on family connections and a lottery. The president's plan would also increase border security, including wall construction in high-priority areas. Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, designed the proposal and has been trying to sell it to Republicans on Capitol Hill.
You're going to have to get Democrats in the room.
It's a non-starter for most Democrats because it does not address the issue of undocumented immigrants, including the so-called dreamers, who came to the U.S. as children. It also does not fix the problem of families who have been separated.
I'm skeptical as to whether he truly wants to deal with immigration reform.
All right, Ben Tracy is with us now from the White House. Ben, so Democrats will likely oppose this because it doesn't address dreamers or family separation. What about Republicans? Are they willing to back this proposal? What are you hearing?
Well, on that first point of Democrats, I actually just asked White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders why the issue of DACA's dreamers is not in this bill if they are really, or in this plan if they're really serious about it. She said that it was left out on purpose, that in the past that issue has become so divisive that they first want people to see what the White House is for, and then they can argue some of those points down the road. In terms of Republicans, I think it's charitable to say that they're lukewarm at this point. You heard on the Hill a couple of folks saying, you know, I'm not optimistic about this. Further, you have people on the far right who are going to look at this and say, this doesn't actually lower legal immigration, which is what they would like to do, to give out fewer green cards. This keeps the number at the current level of 1.1 million per year. So the president, the White House might kind of get pushed back from both sides on this one.
So if the reception is likely to be lukewarm and many people really don't understand the details of this plan, why is the president unveiling it now? What's his reason?
Well, there is an election coming up, so there could be some connection to that. We did, in a briefing here at the White House yesterday, ask a senior White House official if this is really more a campaign document or if this is a serious immigration proposal. Of course, the White House is saying it is the latter. This is a serious proposal. They would like to see this debated in Congress and eventually become law. The odds of that happening, I think everyone involved agrees, are very, very slim. This does, however, give the president something very concrete to talk about on the campaign trail, more than just build the wall or talking about what he calls the invasion, the flood of migrants coming into this country. This kind of falls into the bucket of more of a solution to some problems rather than just complaining about the problems that exist.
So, Ben, as you know, back in January of 2018, it was reported in the Washington Post that the president, when talking about immigration, called several countries in Africa, including Haiti, S-hole countries. And in the meeting that he was having with his advisors said, you know, why don't we get more people from Norway, right? That was what was reported in the Washington Post and ultimately confirmed by various news outlets. And so the idea behind illegal immigration, what we saw in your piece, is the president consistently saying that they're not sending us their best and brightest, which is for a lot of people a dog whistle to signify that he's talking about countries where he would prefer immigration or immigrants not come from. The fact that Stephen Miller has been President Trump's top advisor when it comes to the subject of immigration, it appears that Jared Kushner has his fingerprints on this version.
Yeah, this appears to be the kinder, gentler approach to getting more people from Norway. This is very much focused on people with high levels of education who have offers of employment here that have high income levels attached to it, because the senior White House official that we talked to said they really would like to lower the amount of people who need public assistance when they come to the country. And it also does prioritize people that already speak English. So some of those issues that the White House has focused on before are still very much in this plan. Some of the Stephen Miller issues, there just isn't kind of the overt language, let's say, to be charitable, that has been used in the past to refer to that.